I'm standing in front of what just might be the #1 retirement community in all of Charleston. And if I were retiring in 2025, this is exactly where I'd live. Most people coming from out of the area don't know that this community really has it all. It has an incredible location, a fun golf cart lifestyle, and resort-like amenities that will make even your country club friends jealous, all without draining your retirement nest egg. Today, I'm taking you inside Webb Nexton. I'll show you around ECP amenities and give you a sneak peek at a couple of my favorite model homes. By the end, you'll see why this spot stands out from all the other retirement options in the Charleston and Somerville area. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm a realtor and team leader here of the Elevate team with eXp Realty. And we love helping people just like you make their move to or within Charleston and Somerville. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I see retirees make when moving to Charleston is that they don't think quite enough about how the overall location of where they choose to live is going to affect their happiness and their day-to-day life. That's where Webb at Nexton really shines. The magic of Webb Nexton is that it sits right off of Interstate 26, giving you easy access to everything Charleston offers. This might not sound like a big deal at first, but I can't tell you how many times I've heard from folks who wish they had paid more attention to this before buying. From Webb at Nexton, you're only 2 minutes from the gate of the community to Interstate 26. This means downtown Charleston is only 30 minutes away without traffic. Want to hit the beaches? Isle Palms is just 45 minutes away. Need to pick up your family from the airport? It's a quick 20-minute drive. Let me be totally straight with you. Compared to other retirement spots in Somerville, this location truly can't be beat. While many 55+ communities are tucked further away from main roads, Webb at Nexton puts you right where you need to be. When your doctor's appointment is downtown, or the grandkids want to meet for dinner, or you just want a day at the beach, those 15 to 20 minutes extra each way really start to add up. The Roper St. Francis Berkeley Hospital is 15 minutes away, and there's a new MUSC hospital being built just outside the gates that literally just broke ground in the last week or two. That's going to be huge for healthcare access. And it's not just about getting to downtown Charleston. The community sits within the award-winning Nexton development, so you're surrounded by well-planned spaces. There are over 50 miles of walking and biking trails, 2,000 acres of green space, and pretty neighborhood parks just outside your door. Within Webb itself, there are also really nice walking trails that are intended just for walking your dog or doing your morning walk or whatever it may be. They are not intended for golf carts, so it's not multi-purpose trails like they are outside of the gates in the rest of Nexton. So you can get a really good walk in just right here without even leaving your own neighborhood. Plus, you've got grocery stores, restaurants, and medical facilities just minutes away. You can literally walk or bike to Publix, Harris Teeter, Ruby's Bagel Shop, Zenshi Sushi, Non at Nexton, Rotolo's Craft and Crust, Woodhaven Pizza, and so much more. But here's where it gets interesting. While the location itself is amazing, what really sets this community apart is how you'll get around once you're here. Let me tell you about a lifestyle feature that has become a major selling point, and that is the golf cart lifestyle. This is a huge deal that many people miss until they actually live in a retirement community and start to understand the charm and fun of golf carts. You're probably thinking, can you really use your golf cart for daily life? Not just driving around the neighborhood, but actually going places? And the answer is yes. Webb Nexton is hands down the most golf cart friendly of the 55+ communities here in Somerville. There are paths in Nexton just for golf carts, but what really makes it special is how connected it is to everything around it. Picture this: from your house, hop in your golf cart and zip over to the co-op for sandwiches and coffee, or down to Nexton Square, where you'll find great restaurants like Hall's Chop House, plus tons of shops and services. You can grocery shop at Publix, pick up prescriptions, meet friends for dinner, all without ever starting your car. What makes this community unique is that they've really integrated the golf cart lifestyle. There is golf cart parking in front of certain shops, and then the trails that I mentioned, and there's even crosswalks at some of the lights so that you can cross the roads safely. In neighboring Cane Bay, they've even built special features like underpasses that let golf carts safely pass under busy roads. No dodging traffic or taking detours. It's a seamless experience designed with golf cart travel all in mind. When the weather is nice, which it is most of the year here, today being no exception, there's nothing better than cruising around your cart, feeling the breeze, and waving to neighbors as you pass. And yes, this is a very friendly community. I just met with some clients who are doing an overnight experience here, and they are like, everyone waves to us. It's so much more friendly than where we've come from. So yes, that is a real thing. And get this, there's even a golf cart shop right in Nexton Square. Buying, fixing, or taking care of your cart couldn't be easier. Need more options? Joe's Carts in Somerville is a short drive away too. What makes this so special is that other 55+ communities are pretty cut off. You might have nice amenities inside the gate, but the second you want to go anywhere else, you are getting in your car. Or maybe it is golf cartable, but it's just a longer drive. So it might be 15 or even 20 minutes to get to the closest commercial area, versus here at Webb Nexton, you're just a few minutes to get to those commercial areas. So might not be a big deal for some people, but to others, it does make a really big difference. Here at Nexton, the golf cart lifestyle goes beyond the community itself. And speaking of lifestyle, this leads us to the third reason that Webb at Nexton really stands out. And that's because the amenities here make every day feel like you're living at a resort. When it comes to amenities, Webb at Nexton doesn't just have your run-of-the-mill features. They've completely raised the bar for what a 55+ active adult community should offer. At the heart of everything is the massive 26,000 square foot clubhouse. And this isn't just some building with a few card tables. It's a full-on resort that residents get to enjoy every day. Now, I was gonna get some good footage of it today. It's a Sunday afternoon in September, so I thought, oh, it's gonna be quiet. I can get some filming done when nobody's around. But it turns out they're having this enormous fundraiser today and doing a fashion show, which is amazing, but it's packed with hundreds of people. I've never seen the parking lot more crowded. And they are also currently, by chance, cleaning the indoor pool. I'm not able to get footage of that today, but I think I have some in the archives that I'll pull out for this video. But the point of this is just to say that pretty much every day of the week, there is so much going on here. Inside, there's a state-of-the-art fitness studio with separate areas for cardio, weights, and group classes. There's even on-site fitness instructors who specialize in programs for active adults, offering everything from Tai Chi to Sculpt and Tone to specialized low-impact programs specifically designed for active adults and seniors. The indoor heated pool is available year-round for lap swimming, water aerobics, and even organized water volleyball games that have become popular. The pool is designed with a zero entry access and has a chairlift, making it easy for anyone with mobility concerns. There's also the hot tub indoors for year-round use. Step outside where I am now and you'll find the resort-style pool with cabanas and sun shelves, as well as another hot tub. As soon as this season ends, they are about to break ground on the brand new restaurant and bar that is going to be open 4 days a week to start, and it's going to be located exactly where I'm sitting here, so right by the pool. It's going to be run by an outside company, so it's not going to have any minimums or things that you may have seen in the past at country clubs or even other 55+ communities. It's going to be a lot more casual. To my left, right behind the bocce ball courts where you see that green fence currently, they're building an indoor gymnasium with a walking trail, indoor pickleball, and just a bigger space to house all of the residents for events and parties. This is the only 55+ community that will have indoor pickleball court. Speaking of pickleball, the sports here is another area where this place really shines. You've got professional grade tennis courts with a dedicated tennis club and pickleball courts outdoors. There are currently 8 courts with 6 more under construction due to the overwhelming demand. There are over 300 people in the pickleball club here. And then there's the bocce courts that also host regular tournaments. The Pickle Bar in Nexton also has indoor and outdoor pickleball courts for all of your overflow or to join additional leagues. And yes, you can golf cart there. There's also a community softball team that competes in the area, a golf club that goes around to all the different courses here in Charleston. So whatever sport you fancy, you can find others here with the same interests. For nature lovers like myself, the community has some patches of beautifully preserved wetlands. Wetlands just means a patch of trees that you can't develop on, essentially. And in fact, the trees in the distance behind me here, right behind the pool, is an example of one of those preserved wetlands that is not going to to be built on. As I mentioned, there are scenic walking trails in the community in addition to the sidewalks. And then you can take the trail out of the neighborhood and connect to the wider Nexton and Cane Bay trails for walking, jogging, biking, and golf carting. Beyond all the physical stuff, what really makes this community special is the social scene. There's a full-time lifestyle director, coordinates over 100 charter clubs and all the activities. We're talking everything from wine tasting groups and cooking clubs to car lover groups, photography groups, knitting groups. There are dedicated hobby rooms and craft rooms in the clubhouse where residents gather for painting classes, mahjong, card games, and other creative pursuits. For dog lovers, there's a dedicated dog park where both the dogs and the people get to socialize. There's also a community garden right next to the dog park. Throughout the neighborhood, you'll find thoughtfully designed gathering spots, picnic areas, conversation nooks, fire pits, all strategically placed to encourage conversation among neighbors. Now, I know what you're thinking. With all these amazing amenities and activities, what's the HOA? It's gotta be an arm and a leg, right? Well, currently, and this is of course always subject to change, all in, it's $295 a month. And this includes all of your lawn care, the regular mowing, fertilization, weed control, and leaf removal, as well as the general maintenance of the common areas, which are of course really beautiful. And that number also includes the Master Association of Nexton dues that you pay biannually. So that gets you not only all the beautification that Nexton has to offer, but you get a fob over at the pools across the street in both Midtown and Brighton Park. Those are two all-ages communities here in Nexton with also incredible resort-style amenities, and you can go over there whenever you want. If the grandkids come to visit, they're only allowed to swim in this pool from 3 to 5 p.m. daily. So if your grandkids want to go swimming in the morning, you can just put them in the golf cart, take them over to the other pools, and really it's better anyway because there's going to be other kids there for them to play with in the all-ages neighborhood, and it's just very kid and family friendly. Then when you're ready for your peace and quiet and want to sip on a cocktail or read your book, you can come back to this pool to enjoy the peace. And by the way, it's not a two-way street. The people of Brighton Park and Midtown cannot come over to here to use your amenities. So this is just really a nice perk. They also have their own lifestyle director and do a lot of community events and activities. And you are welcome to join in those events too at any time. So if you like the option of having events for all ages, it's really this perfect medium. A lot of the other 55+ communities don't have this relationship with sister communities and neighborhoods, so it definitely is a unique feature. Okay, now what about the actual homes? Let me show you why the houses here are just as important as everything else. Webb at Nexton offers different home designs to fit different needs. Today, I want to highlight two different models that really highlight some of these features. First up is the Stardom model that I'm standing in right now. This is part of their Echelon series, which is the widest home lots. What's cool about the Stardom is how flexible it is. On the first floor, you can choose to have 2 primary bedroom suites. Perfect if you have family moving in with you or if you have lots of overnight guests. Or you can have it be 2 bedrooms that share an ensuite plus the primary for a total of 3 bedrooms on the first floor. The layout is open with a great flow between the kitchen, dining, and living areas. Now, check out this enormous laundry room. So not only do you have the regular washer and dryer options for cabinets and a sink, but then behind me you have this huge open space that they have set up as a craft area or a game table or just some kind of overflow space. But you could also do a butler's pantry in here with built-in cabinets and counters. That would all be after closing, of course, to customize it that way. Built-in shelving, or you can leave it empty to have space for dog crates or cat litter boxes or whatever needs you have. This is a great flexible space to customize. One of my favorite things about the Stardom is this porch setup. So here they are showcasing the option to have the double slider, which is amazing. It really gives you that sense of indoor-outdoor living. And then out here, something that's unique is that the porch, instead of being jutted out where you just have this additional boxy screen that juts out from your back, it's actually enclosed. And then when I flip it around, you've got siding on this side. So it really tucks you in. That way, if you're hanging out on your porch and you have neighbors near you, because that is one of the hardest things to get used to from what I've heard from clients that are considering this neighborhood and ones similar, is that the lot sizes are likely going to be a lot smaller than what you're used to. So you will be closer to your neighbor, but this really creates that cozy, more insulated feel with the privacy. So I personally really do love this porch for that feature. The current base price for the stardom, which changes all the time, but right now it's $637,990. Good rule of thumb, add about 20% to that price to get your all-in price once you do all of the upgrade options. And that's also just for the first floor. All the models, you can add a second floor upstairs, but the prices quoted here are just for the first floor. The other things I love about the stardom is this very spacious office / den / flex space in the front of the home. It's also got a half bath, an entertainment center option in the kitchen with a wine fridge and a wine trellis. And it's the only home that has the double tray ceiling as the standard in the main gathering room. But wait until you see this Palmer remodel. With a current base price of $543,990, this home is from their distinctive series, which I call the Goldilocks series, because it's their middle-sized homes, not too big, not too small, just right for a lot of retirees who are downsizing. The Palmery has the biggest kitchen in this series with a huge island that is perfect for entertaining. There's also a huge pantry and another enormous storage closet under the steps for all of your Costco goodies. Storage is a big worry that a lot of retirees have, so you really don't have to worry much about it in this home. You also get an option for either the sunroom off the back, which is what you're seeing here in this model, or an extra large screen porch. So the default is the porch that spans the width of the home that you can screen. So if you want a big porch, then that's going to be the option for you. If you still want a good sized porch, but the sunroom, then you can do that as well. You get to decide how you want to enjoy the indoor-outdoor living. The primary bedroom is roomy with a very nice bathroom and primary closet. What's nice about the Palmery is that even though it's designed for right sizing, you still get all the spaces that matter. You still have an extra bedroom and bathroom, a flex space, laundry room, and 2-car garage. These floor plans just make a lot of sense and don't give you too much space. But of course, if you want to, you can add on the second floor. And here's a detail that makes a big difference. All of Del Webb's homes are designed for this stage of life, meaning they have things like zero entry showers, zero entry thresholds coming in from the garage, a grab bar option in the showers, lever door handles. And if you need an ADA compliant shower, for example, they can even do a custom option for that as well. I did have a client who needed that earlier this year who is building in this neighborhood, and they were able to accommodate that, which was awesome. They're also built to save energy and keep those utility bills down, as Pulte has recently become one of the few Energy Star certified builders in our area. There's a lot they had to do to get that certification. They had to upgrade the windows, they had to upgrade the HVAC units. They also had to make sure that all of the hood vents vented to the exterior. So what a lot of builders did, including Pulte on the majority of their floor plans, is that they would do a recirculating fan when you are cooking, with your stove and you have the smoke come up. You press that button on your microwave or on your hood vent and it would recirculate through the charcoal filter. Well, for air ventilation quality, it's a much better option to vent that straight to the outside. Previously, there were only 3 floor plans that had that, but now every single floor plan has that included. So there really are some nice extra things that you're getting now with that Energy Star certification here. They're also one of the only builders that offer a 5-year leak protection. So typically when you buy a new home, you get some kind of warranty. Usually it's a 1-year warranty for most things, a 2-year warranty for things like electrical and plumbing and other systems, and then an 8 or a 10-year structural warranty. But in this case, Pulte has also added a 5-year leak protection warranty. So they take the extra mile during the construction process to do things around the windows and doors and underneath the siding and the roof to ensure that they can honor that and have very minimal warranty claims in that 5-year window. And given that we get a lot of rain and storms here in Charleston and Somerville, I think it's a really great extra warranty that they provide here. Now, these were just 2 of the homes that we have gone over, but if you want to look at all of the options here, starting with the scenic homes, which are the smallest, all the way up to the echelon, which are the largest, you're looking at quite a large price range. You could get in for as low as about the mid to upper $400,000, all the way up to over $800,000 and even up to $1 million or so if if you're building their biggest floor plan, the renowned, but the second story and all the bells and whistles. So it really is quite a range just depending on your personal preferences and what you are looking for. But if you're comparing this to an area like Mount Pleasant or Daniel Island, it really is a good value. Or for example, I met with clients earlier today from Boston and they said a similar size home would have been 2 to 3 times as much the price as what they were seeing here. So it's really all relative. So when you add it all up, what makes Del Webb at Nexton stand out above the rest? Let's bring it all together. The 3 big reasons Del Webb at Nexton tops my list of retirement communities in Charleston is because of the fantastic location, the true golf cart friendly lifestyle, and the amazing amenities that are top notch and make every day feel like vacation. Not to mention the beautiful and well constructed homes. When I look at retirement options in the Charleston area, I don't believe that anywhere else puts all of these aspects together quite so well. Del Webb at Nexton just offers the complete package. And let me tell you about a unique opportunity that a lot of people don't know about. They actually offer their stay and play program called Experience Del Webb, which is where you actually get to stay here in the community in one of the actual homes for 3 nights and 4 days. You get a golf cart so you can drive around the community. You get to go out to dinner with a resident ambassador at a really nice restaurant. You get full use of the clubhouse and amenities so you can really meet people and see what the lifestyle is like. And you get all of that for $349, which is actually cheaper than staying at a hotel and much better. So if you're interested in setting that up, we would be happy to help you. Or of course, if you're just looking at other options to buy and sell here in the Charleston and Summerville area, please reach out. We specialize in helping people find their perfect home here in Charleston, and we can give you personalized recommendations based on your needs and preferences. You can reach us by calling, texting, emailing, or setting up a discovery call, and all of that information is in the description below. We truly can't wait to meet you and work with you. And if you're still doing your research and you want to compare what living in Summerville is like compared to other suburbs here in Charleston, go ahead and check out this video next. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.